Hi Year 13s, we're going to have a look at some fun problems here where you have to think a little bit. Now really, I kind of don't really need to go over this because essentially you want to do these sorts of problems and nut it out yourself, but just to give you a general sense of a general strategy I might apply, I'll go through this anyway. So we have an example where we are asked to find this red shaded area here between the two curves y equals e of x and y equals cos x. So you should have a reasonable idea that they both cross the x-axis at 1. If you're not sure why, go and work out why. And so you might start thinking, well, I'm going to have to work out the area under that, and then I'm going to have to subtract this, and then I'm going to have to add that. And if you did it that way, you'd be fine, but you've made a lot of work for yourself. In fact, it's worth noting that because the cos function is symmetrical, those two bits actually cancel each other out. They're the same area. And so in effect, we're actually integrating only y equals e to the x. And so for this problem, our area is simply going to be the integral from 0 to pi of e to the x. Too easy. So that's going to integrate to e to the x, and we're evaluating from 0 to pi. And so that's going to be e to the pi minus e to the 0, which is just 1. And so we'll get our calculator out for that, and we'll have e, wrong button, e to the pi minus e to the 0, which is just 1, so 22.14, 14 I should say, 22.14 units squared. Okay. And you can see there, if you think about these, it'll take a bit of time to think about them before you form your integral. You can save yourself a lot of work. Otherwise we could have ended up integrating cos and doing all sorts of things. So have a think first and then formulate your integral and have a go at those exercises there.